Frankie, hi baby. Hey, Frankie is the chanter. Can you come to the front, please? Hey, Frankie. Where Frankie? She your singer.
Frankie over here.
Frankie.
Where? What's she doing?
I need black people too.
Ayamende, come up here. Come closer.
Yes.
Naima should be here soon. The other young people are on their way too.
You can change the singer. Singer. No, get a singer. Give me hold you down. No, I'm not starting. I'm not starting. Change the side. I see that. Where else she is at?
So y'all can start when y'all are Get out, get out. There's a list of suggestions.
I can be on the lookout for him and I am. Oh my God, that's so confusing. I mean, it's a solid name. She wanted to play. It's me. No man. It's me or dude.
Okay, when they come, they can just come on.
We're gonna pick her back up.
They're right there with Jillian.
What's her name?
Jasmine and Emily.
Jasmine and what the kind of? Come on up here with Frankie and Chan. I appreciate y'all. Frankie gonna leave. Y'all can just be right there before by Frankie sings.
Yeah.
If
you like one, I will do like
just usually it's a call and response. Right, Frankie? What you saying?
I'm gonna do a song first and then call and response.
Okay.
Okay. Total liberation for the land. We must fight, protect, and defend. Hold the line, hold the line, hold the line, hold the line. Total liberation for the land. We must fight, protect, and defend. Hold the line, hold the line, hold the line, hold the line. Total liberation for the land. We must fight, protect, and defend. Hold the line, hold the line, hold the line, hold the line. When DC is under attack, what do we do?
Rise up, fight back.
When DC is under attack, I said, what do we do? Rise up, fight back. When home rule is under attack, what do we do?
Rise up, fight back.
When home rule is under attack, what do we do?
Rise up, fight back.
When black youth are under attack, what do we do?
Rise up, fight back.
What do we do?
Rise up, fight back.
I said, back, y'all.
Fight back.
Peace, y'all. I'm Sam Davis, a leader with Free DC and the Youth Power and Safety Collective. We were here exactly in this location at this time last year when Trump announced that he would be deploying National Guard into our communities. When he decided to play around in our city and federalize our local Metropolitan Police Department. For an entire year, DC residents have been living under an occupation, an illegal, illegitimate occupation. It has brought harm to our people. It has put a target on the backs of Black people, on immigrant communities. It has harmed our students, our young people, our unhoused neighbors. And to that we say shame. Shame. But in this year, we have witnessed something beautiful, something powerful. In this year, we have become stronger as a community. We have become more united than ever before. We have been able to show this country what it looks like to care for one another, to be in solidarity with the communities who are under attack, and we have grown stronger because of it. For every attack this regime has put onto us, we have taken courageous action. And that's what today is about. It's about our joy, our humanity, our strength. If it's one thing that we have learned in this year, there is no greater power than the power of the people. And so let's celebrate today. Let's celebrate and honor one another. I'm gonna bring up Pastor Delonte. Let's give it up.
Peace, everybody. I'm Pastor Delonte Golston, pastor Peace Fellowship Church. Proud to be on the advisory board of Free DC. Free DC. Free DC. One of the co-founders of Peace Walks DC. And this morning, as I prayed and prepared myself to stand before you, a song came on my heart, and I just want to share it with y'all, and we'll pray, and we'll continue in this time of celebration. Amen? Amen. Amen. You tried your best to tear us apart, but this we've known from the very start. You tried your best to scare us away, but we're still here and we're here to stay. Hey. 'Cause we've always been beautiful, oh, and we've always been beautiful, and we've always been beautiful, and we've always been free, yeah, and we've always been beautiful, and we will free DC, yeah. You've tried your best to scare us away, but we're still here and we're here to stay. You did your best to tear us apart, but this we've known very start that we've always been beautiful, and we've always been free, yeah. And we've always been beautiful, and we will free DC, yeah. And we've always been beautiful, and we've always been free, yeah. And we've always been beautiful, and we will free DC. Help me say it, y'all, 'cause we've always been beautiful, and we've always been free. We've always been free. We've always been beautiful. We've always been. And what we gonna do, y'all? And we will free DC. One more time. We've always been beautiful. And we've always been free. Always been free. And we've always been beautiful. And we will free DC. We will free DC. Fists up, fists up, fists up, fists up. Holy God, God of our ancestors, God that joined us on the Middle Passage, God that brought us back from the doors of no return, God that has always stood with us, in us, through us, and for the people. God, we ground ourselves in the truth today that we have never needed a bill to tell us that we're beautiful. That we have never needed an occupier to tell us that we're beautiful. That we have always been beautiful. We have always been free. And God, today we stand as one people, fighting and believing by faith in a free DC. Oh God, we thank you. We love you. We glorify you. We honor you, oh God. And we stand in the name of Justin Bailey. We stand in the name of Karan Hinton Brown. We stand in the name of Dion Kay. We stand in the name of Big Jeff on Division Avenue. We stand in the name of all those whom we've lost in this struggle, but we rededicate ourselves on this day, on this 1-year anniversary of an evil empire once again asserting itself and inserting itself into our business. And God, right now we declare that we have always been beautiful, and we have always been free. In your name we pray. Amen and Ashe.
Ashe. Ashe. Thank you, Pastor Delonte Goldston. This last year of occupation undoubtedly has harmed our communities. We have lost our neighbors, some fatally, others have been arrested, some have been kidnapped. Over the last year, DC communities, still we have risen. We are rising. We have heard the story of Julian Bailey, shot and killed by U.S. Marshals in January. We have heard the story of Norberto Meza, killed by U.S. Park Police by being chased in June. Still I rise. I love that. We have heard from people who have been unjustly arrested and charged by a U.S. Attorney Pirro, who has been serving and doing the evil work of Trump. We have heard the stories of restaurant workers who have faced threats of deportation from corporations and who are cooperating with this regime. We have heard of the stories of DC students, teachers, and families who will now go back for the second time to schools with armed soldiers patrolling their neighborhoods. We have heard the stories of Black youth whose dignity and safety are threatened by politics. People who are using their lives, putting their lives in danger, and using them as scapegoats. And we have heard the stories of our unhoused neighbors, who among others are the most vulnerable community and have been attacked over and over again by our narcissistic president. These are only some of the stories that we have heard during this occupation. And we remember these stories. We honor them, we acknowledge them, and we remember the truth. We remember and we share the truth of what this occupation has done to our people. But every time the regime attacks, we have grown stronger. We have become more united. We have continued to stand by the side of our loved ones, of our neighbors, of the strangers, to say no more. No more. And today, we choose to celebrate the battles that we've won. We choose to push back on the narrative that we are losing, because when we look around, y'all, we ain't losing.
That's right.
And for anyone who comes to attack us, we will fight back. Because when we fight, we win. When we fight, we win. When we fight, we win. Let's give it up for Nene Taylor.
What side we on, Frankie? What side we on? You get it.
What side are you on, my people? What side are you on?
We on the freedom side.
What side are you on, my people? What side are you on?
We on the freedom side.
Marion Barry was a freedom fighter, and he taught us how to fight.
Say what?
We gon' fight all day and night until we get it right.
Say what?
What side are you on, my people? What side are you on? What side are you on, my people? What side are you on?
Like, this mic ain't working for me, y'all. So I don't know. Y'all gonna have to figure it out. I'm gonna try to speak as loud as I can, but it's just not working for
They
me.
ain't gonna be able to pick it up.
Yeah. Black morning, Black August. Let me say that again. Black morning, Black August. My name is Nene Taylor. I'm the executive director. I'm just not having a good time, but I'm a talking. Okay, we got it now. I'm the executive director of Her Wildest Dreams. I'm also a co-founder of Free DC. Free DC? Free DC? 1 year ago today, the federal occupation of Washington, D.C. began. But our work did not begin 1 year ago. We are not new to fighting against systems of enslavement and oppression. We are true to it until all of us are free. before federal agents flooded our streets, before this racist regime escalated its attacks in our city and on our people, her wildest dreams was already organizing against over-policing, surveillance, criminalization, and state-sanctioned violence. And when the occupation came, we did what we have always done. We resisted. We fought back, and we skilled up our people. For 173 days, our Court Watch DC has put trained community members inside DC courtrooms to witness what this system does to our people and make sure it does not happen in the dark. Shine a light on them. We've trained more than 600 people through 9 community trainings. We've had roughly 10 jury education trainings, teaching our people about the power of jurors, how we can use that power to keep each other safe. So let me tell you, as they arrest our people, and if the First and Fourth Amendment don't apply, you notify. If the First or Fourth Amendment don't apply, you notify. We built Fume the Police so our communities could document what was happening in our streets. Since then, we received more than 1,650 reports of police and federal law enforcement actively across the district. Those reports have helped us track what our communities already know. Black people continue to bear the weight of policing in this city. MPD remains a dominant force, and federal and military involvement in our streets remains significant. We're going to rise up and we're going to continue to fight back. But we knew it wasn't enough for our people to simply witness what was happening for us. Our people needed tools. We needed to know how to move together, how to intervene, how to protect one another, and how to meet state violence with organizing community power. Free DC has power. You have the power. The power is in the people. For the past year, this regime has tried to convince us that the occupation is safety. The more police, more federal agents, more surveillance, and more arrests would keep that would keep DC safe. We know better. Who keep us safe? We keep us safe. Who keep us safe? We keep us safe. Our safety is in our ability to organize, to know our rights, to document what's happening, to show up for one another, and to build skills necessary to defend our communities. And as long as our city is occupied, we will continue building the necessary power to protect our people and fight for the DC we deserve. The power, once again, is in the people. It is our duty to love and support one another. This is our city. This is our home. The National Guard's got to go home. National Guards, go home. National Guards, go home. National Guards, go home. Trump and this regime don't keep us safe. We keep us safe. In the occupation. So I charge you right now to rise up with me in Free DC. Look at your neighbor and say, rise up with me. Let's free DC. 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 Ashe.
Get out, we want freedom, freedom. All these National Guard, we don't need them, need them. Get out, we want freedom, freedom. All these National Guard, we don't need them, need them. Get out, we want freedom, freedom. All these National Guard, we don't need them, need them. Let's give it up for Nene Taylor as we're bringing up Sam Epps.
Thank you, Sam. Thank you, Nene. Good morning. My name is Sam Epps. I am the president of the Metropolitan Washington Council, AFL-CIO, based right out of the building. So welcome to the House of Labor and Black Lives Matter Plaza. We are united with more than 150 unions across DC and Maryland, who together represent 150,000 workers here in our region. And together we fight for workers, our rights on the jobs, and working people across this region. And you know, this past June, DC voters faced the choice. DC is in the process of electing our next mayor. And there was one candidate in the race in June who wanted us to vote out of fear. Fear of what would happen if we prioritize workers over big business. Fear of what would happen if we would prioritize young people instead of the well-to-do. Fear of what would happen if we would stand up against ICE and their attacks on our communities. And fear of what would happen if we unapologetically demanded our dignity, but we did not do that anyway. We said, yes, we will fight back. Instead, DC, along with labor and many of our friends here in Free DC, we made a clear choice, acting not on fear, but how we can keep ourselves safe. And that's not how we win. And so voters chose Janice Lewis-George to be our Democratic nominee for mayor, because Janice will fight for people of DC, no matter what Trump administration throws at us. Organized labor was incredibly proud to endorse Janice unanimously. And we were not alone. Voters chose Janice in a landslide and made it clear to what DC residents want. And that is to be unapologetically on the side of people and not on this regime. Trump even made threats against DC voters directly. All it did was to motivate us to knock on more doors and work even harder to win. And so all of us, DC residents, labor, community, we're looking forward to making Janice Lewis-George the next mayor-elect in DC, to be the next mayor of DC, to stand alongside her as she is sworn in on January 2nd. And work with us in the years to come to put DC first and reject the fear of this regime in order to achieve all of our goals. And that's what DC does. And that's what labor does. And labor stands for Free DC. Free DC. Free DC. Free DC. Free DC. Thank you.
Free DC. Free DC. Free DC. Thank you again, Sam. We are going to bring up Luke Philomena next. Can we give it up for Luke?
Repeat after me. Money for healthcare and education.
Money for healthcare and education.
Not for war and occupation.
Not for war and occupation.
Money for healthcare and education.
Money for healthcare and education.
Not for war and occupation.
Not for war and occupation.
Thank you. Hello, my name is Luke, and I'm a nurse at MedStar Washington Hospital Center, as well as a shop steward and proud union member for National Nurses United. As a nurse, I'm privileged to be able to care for the beautiful people who call this city their home. And today, I'm here at this rally for them, for my patients who are some of the strongest people I've met, not only because they're fighting life-threatening, oftentimes chronic illnesses day in and day out, but because they are doing it while simultaneously navigating an intentionally convoluted and inhumane healthcare system that has committed itself to prioritizing the extraction of profits over the health, well-being, and dignity of the sick and vulnerable. And rather than seeing this issue addressed, I've seen this administration and every administration prior instead choose to spend hundreds of billions, now trillions of dollars yearly to go towards countless amounts of death and destruction through endless imperialist wars overseas and the funding and arming of a genocide in Gaza. I've been forced to watch as hospitals filled with patients and fellow healthcare workers, as well as schools filled with children, are indiscriminately bombed in Gaza and Iran. And as the U.S. blockade of Cuba leaves hospitals without fuel and supplies to power life-saving medical equipment and provide care for their patients. And over this past year, under the Trump regime, we're now seeing this imperialist boomerang come back. with its sights locked on the black, brown, and immigrant communities here in DC. Those who I see each day at the bedside. Those who, while dealing with the horrors of the American healthcare system for the past year, have also been forced to live in a crisis of affordability, along with the National Guard on every street corner and metro station outside their homes, and ICE terrorizing their communities and kidnapping and killing them and their neighbors. Despite this, these attacks have forced us to come together and work in solidarity with one another to resist this administration and fight for a better future. And slowly but surely, people are waking up. They're waking up from the delusional and reactionary belief that kidnapping of neighbors and terrorizing of communities will lead to any material gain for anyone other than the Trump himself and the billionaires backing him. They are waking up to the genocidal horrors occurring in Palestine, as well as those in Iran and Lebanon, all of which are at the behest of our taxpayer dollars. We're seeing this not only in the decline in Trump's popularity, but also in the rise of the popularity of progressive candidates across the country and here in DC. Campaigning without corporate or AIPAC donations on Medicare for all and agendas which improve the material conditions of the working class and uplift black, brown, and immigrant communities rather than scapegoating them and calling for austerity. But as you all know, there is still much more work to be done. We need to continue to act to put a stop to the current administration's actions and hold them accountable. And we also must ensure that the candidates we elect into office in the future will truly act in the interests of the people rather than the interests of corporations and the super wealthy. As union nurses, whether we're fighting against wage theft, against the closure of one of our postpartum wards, or for the safe staffing ratios or Medicare for all, we are committed to fighting on behalf of our fellow workers, but more importantly, we are committed to fighting for our patients and our community. That is why we hope to continue to stand in solidarity with all of you here to fight for the well-being and dignity of every person in DC up through November to 2028 and long, long after. Because a brighter future is possible, so long as we are willing to struggle for it. Thank you, solidarity, and free DC.
So again, to make clear, for all those running for office or whose seats are up, if you decide to align yourself with this regime, we will come for you, and you will lose your seat. For all the corporations and business owners, if you choose to harm our communities, if you choose to allow ICE and federal agents arrest our people, we will come for you. And you will lose our dollars, you will lose our labor. And for ICE and National Guards and all those who choose to police our communities and arrest us unjustly, we will continue to come for you. With that, I'm gonna bring up Ankit Jain and Jackie Johnson. Can we give it up for them?
Good morning. We are so hyped out here this morning. It is truly a pleasure to be with you. My name is Jackie Johnson. I am one of the co-chairs of Free DC's Congress Working Group. A year ago, Trump thought he was announcing the beginning of our defeat. Instead, he announced the beginning of one of the strongest, most united movements DC has seen in a long time. Because here's what they still don't understand about DC, even after all this time. Every time they attack us, they make us stronger. For you all, for those of you all who've been with us, been with the Congress Working Group since last year sometime, you know that Congress has spent the last year obsessed with our city. But you also know that that obsession has truly led to us getting stronger and fighting back better every single time. They have introduced more than 60 bills to strip away our rights, take over our government, control our budget, and tell DC residents our voices don't matter. They thought we would cower and back down. Did we back down? No, we got organized. 60 plus attempts to control our laws. our budget, our elections, our police, our tax dollars, our home. And after all of that, every single one of those attacks has failed. Why? Because we fought back. We packed their hearings and their markups, free DC t-shirts, stickers, pins, and everything else, showing up in every camera shot you could see. We flooded their offices with phone calls from DC residents and our allies. We organized lobby days, first with just Post-it notes with an office number and a member name and a precious few copies of a letter as a leave behind. Now, we have spreadsheets organized by hallways, and we demand to speak to the legislative director and chief of staff by name. We request and schedule appointments within minutes of attack bills being announced. We lead sign-on letters with organizations representing millions of members and subscribers. We meet with congressmen to lean on governors to withdraw their national troops. When we lean in, policy shifts. Unanimous consent votes stop. Bills die in committee. The attacks don't go anywhere. And we are going to keep reminding Congress of something they keep forgetting. As Sam just said, if you come for DC, we come for you. There are some corporations and some businesses that need to learn that lesson too. Because last month, Congressman James Comer sat in a congressional markup and told everybody that DoorDash had been lobbying Congress to take away DC's power to raise our own revenue. Over what, y'all? A 20-cent fee. A 20-cent fee for food security. A 20-cent fee that would partly go to regulate their asses. But you know what we came through with less than 2 hours after he let that fall out his mouth? Delete DoorDash. I want to hear you say delete DoorDash. And hear me now. We all know deleting DoorDash is just the beginning. Cancel your Dash Pass. Ask your job. Why are we using Dash Pass for the little get together after the work or staying out overtime? Ask your kid's school. Ask your church. Ask your neighborhood group. Ask your book club. Make sure none of us are using DoorDash anymore. Free DC is standing with the restaurants to get them to change platforms. We're going after their advertisers. This is not just about the 20-cent fee. This is about power. And that White House back there might be for sale to billionaires and oligarchs, but DC is not for sale. Every corporation and local business watching needs to understand if you use your money to attack our democracy, we can use our money to fight back. We can boycott. We will organize. We do unionize. And we can spend our money somewhere else. And politicians, don't think just because that you might just be safe because we can't vote for you. If we can vote for you, we will. And if we can't, we will knock doors in your congressional district. You'll see us this fall out there. We'll be phone banking your constituents. We'll show up at your town halls and your rallies. We'll show up in your comments and social media. And we'll make damn sure that the people who can vote for you know exactly what you've been doing to DC. That they know exactly how anti-democratic you really are. Because after 1 year, they should understand something about the people of DC. As Nene said earlier, we are not new to this. DC is true to this. We Washingtonians know how to fight back, and we are not afraid of you. So Congress, corporations, businesses, coalitions, all y'all, and Donald Trump, Stephen Miller, Safe and Beautiful Task Force, Jeanine Pirro, all of y'all, you need to hear us. If you come for DC, we come for you. If you come for DC, we come for you. And we have seen it before. And you know what? Every occupying force has to go. That's it, and that's all. Free DC, y'all.
Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me? Let's try a little bit. Yeah, okay, there we go. Good morning, everyone. My name is Ankit Jain. I am one of our 2 non-voting senators here in DC. As you all know, we don't have any voting senators or representatives in Congress. So DC government has created 2 non-voting senators, 1 non-voting representative to be our elected advocates for DC statehood, DC home rule. And I am proud to be standing here today with Free DC to let people know that we are unbowed, right?
That's right.
We are here because 1 year ago today, the President of the United States declared a crime emergency in the District of Columbia. The federal government swarmed our city with ICE agents and other federal officials and deployed National Guard troops to our streets like we're an active war zone. And you can see them right over there. You can see them right over there. This was an attempt by the president to change the ways our laws were enforced. And over the past 11 days, Free DC has organized events that have shown us the negative impacts of those actions. But the president didn't just want to change how the laws were enforced. He wanted to change the laws themselves. And so he got his allies in Congress to work trying to repeal our local laws and rewrite our local democratic system in line with their far-right agenda. And that's where I came in. And you know, in the face of these relentless attacks, it would have been easy to give in to a feeling of hopelessness. That's what I heard when I first took office. When I took office, I heard from people, and this is true, maybe we should just repeal the local laws that Congress is upset about to save us from the embarrassment of having them do it for us. Others told me, okay, we don't have to do that, but don't waste your time trying to defend these local laws that Congress is upset about because you don't have a chance. I didn't listen. We didn't listen.
That's right.
Nope. Instead, we got to work, building a strategy, honing a message that would resonate, scheduling meeting after meeting after meeting with members of Congress in their offices. And here is what the work has brought us. As Jackie just said, not one single anti-DC bill has actually become law. We have convinced Senate Democrats to stand firm and block every single one of these bills. And when House Republicans tried to smuggle some of these same attacks into the federal budget, we stopped that too. And we made sure that not one single new anti-DC rider was added to the federal budget. Now, let me ask you, what would have happened if we had listened to the naysayers? If we decided it was hopeless, a waste of time, better to just capitulate and avoid the embarrassment? A lot of people protected by important laws passed by the DC government would have fewer rights today. There will be fewer protections against police brutality. Immigrants would have fewer rights. DC would be more unequal and less safe. That is the power of hope. I'm not talking about a blind hope, the kind that assumes things will work out and hopes for the best. I'm talking about a hope that is grounded in both the reality of what is and what can be. A hope that sees 2 possible futures ahead of it, one good and one bad, and decides to wake up every single day to fight for the better one. That kind of hope is powerful. And the Republicans in the White House and Congress who have all the power in the federal government right now, they know that, and they don't want us to have it. So my message today to everyone fighting for a free DC and fighting for democracy more generally in this nation is to hold on to that hope, because it is our strongest weapon and it is working. I believe honestly that these attacks on DC have only gotten us closer to DC statehood. The rest of the nation is learning exactly what the consequences, the very real and dire consequences are of DC's lack of statehood. And I am confident that the next time we elect a Congress and a president that support voting rights, our movement will be too strong, too powerful, and too loud to be ignored. You know, it would have been easy to retreat into a defensive crouch in the face of these Republicans' relentless attacks on DC over the past year. But that's not what we did. Instead, we chose to believe that a better world is possible and then got to work fighting to make that world a reality. And because of that, I am proud to say today that after 1 year of occupation, Washington, D.C. remains unbroken, unbowed, and closer than we have ever been to statehood. I know with the help of people in D.C. and across the country, we will cross that finish line soon. Thank you very much.
So as you heard, D.C. has just gone through an historic election. And what people might not realize or might not be talked about enough is just how historic that was. We have our mayor-elect, Janice Lewis George. We have Robert White, who will step into the legacy of Eleanor Holmes Norton. And during this election, these were all people who were on our city council, who were fighting here locally for the issues that people will say were controversial. These elected officials, during an election, stood up for young people, stood alongside young people to find alternatives to safety, to say we're not just going to punish our young people, we're just not going to enforce curfews, but we're actually going to invest in them. Yeah. These same elected officials decided that they were going to hold our federal agents accountable to the extent that they were able to, and say, you're not going to come into our city, harm our people, and we go silent.
That's right.
Right? These were elected officials who fought fiercely to protect home rule. And still, they won. Alongside of Janice Lewis George and Robert White was also Zachary Parker, who stood for young people, who fought against home rule, who supported the accountability of federal agents. And we're going to hear from him today as well. Let's hear it for Council Member Zachary Parker.
What's up, DC? What's up, DC? I am Councilmember Zachary Parker, and I have the privilege of representing Ward 5 on the DC Council. I am here in between meetings because today marks 1 year of occupation in our nation's capital. And we know the significance is more than occupation in any city, but this is supposed to be the epicenter of freedom and democracy in the world. And for a year, Washingtonians have been occupied. That's not abstract. We're talking about federal troops on our streets. We're talking about neighbors snatched and gone missing. We're talking about decisions made for our city by folks behind us. It's about consequential decisions about our budgets, our laws. It's about Phillip Brown and Julian Bailey and so many others. And we are here today to say we are still here. We're still fighting. We're still pushing for a free DC. For the past year, I've worked with my colleagues to fight on the council, passing laws to increase transparency and accountability for MPD. Because you deserve to know what your police department is doing and how it is or is not collaborating with federal authorities. I co-introduced legislation with some of my colleagues that would put that would put an end to the collaboration between MPD and federal authorities. The same collaboration that some of our city's leaders would like us to believe isn't happening right before our eyes. We have been standing together and organizing and fighting truly for a free DC. And the reason why we're doing that is because this fight is bigger than us. It is a fight that started a long time ago by our foremothers and our forefathers, by leaders like Marion Barry, that showed us that local government in DC is more than bureaucracy and budgets. It's about whether or not DC and Washingtonians will have a meaningful say in how we govern our own lives. That's the same question we grapple with a year later as Congress works to overturn our laws, as people continue to be snatched up off our streets, as our Justice Department is working at the hands of one man versus on the hands of justice. So I'm here standing in solidarity to say we're going to keep fighting. We're going to keep pushing and making sure that we one day can say we truly are a free DC. Thank you all.
We're talking about a people power movement, y'all. So as we continue this celebration, we're going to flex our muscles, our chant muscles a little bit. Because we say, ain't no power like the power of the people. Because the power of the people don't stop. It's like, ain't no power like the power of the people, because the power of the people won't stop. Ain't no power of the people, because the power of the people don't stop. Ain't no power like the power of the people, because the power of the people don't stop. One more time. Ain't no power like the power of the people, because the power of the people won't stop. All right, all right. Let's give it up for Alex Dodds, one of the co-founders of Free DC.
Thank you, Sam. Let's get a round of applause for Councilmember Parker joining us here today. My name is Alex Dodds. I'm proud to be one of the co-founders, the 4 co-founders of Free DC, and I'm here to say clearly that Trump's occupation of DC is unwarranted, illegal, dangerous, and it needs to end. Trump likes to say that he is making DC more safe and more beautiful. My friends, I ask you, is that what we think this occupation is about? No. This occupation is about him trying to keep DC down. But is he going to do that? No. Trump wants to control DC because controlling the capital city is a good way to control dissent. Interfere in a peaceful transfer of power and stay in office forever. And for that we say shame. Shame. Ain't happening. But it ain't happening. We have bad news for Trump. Just like we said 1 year ago today, right now, DC is our home and Trump can't have it. Over the last year, the DC community has affirmed this over and over again. Tens of thousands of people have been out with us in the streets, marching for a DC that is free. Together we elected unapologetic champions for the people here over this regime to be our next mayor and our next delegate. Together we have made it clear that DC juries will reject the lies that this administration tries to tell us. Together we have made it clear that DC's money belongs to us and the leaders who represent us. Together our legislators have made it clear that MPD officers who are sworn to protect us, the communities here, need to help protect us against federal attacks. Together we have made it clear that we will protect our right to vote and make sure every registered voter can do that safely and securely. And together we have made it clear that in the face of overwhelming pressure, trying to make us feel afraid and alone, we will make the intentional choice to prioritize joy, solidarity, and collective action. Our movement is growing here and with people across the country. The attacks of this regime have given us a reason to build solidarity with Portland, Oregon, and Chicago, and Memphis, and so many other places that they are attacking. We've built partnerships in Michigan, calling on communities there to pressure the governor to get the guard out, in North Carolina and Hawaii and Minnesota. Today I'll announce that more than 200 national groups, elected leaders, faith congregations, and local organizations have signed a letter of solidarity committing to oppose this occupation and all congressional attacks, to urge the federal government to dismantle the DC Safe and Beautiful Task Force. Together we are affirming our First Amendment right to peaceably assemble, just like we are here today doing. And together we will oppose any effort to delay or deny the seating of duly elected officials, and then to make sure that every person who wins office is sworn in January. Y'all, we need all eyes on November. We need every seat in the U.S. House that is up for re-election this fall to vote out the people who are attacking us in Congress. Instead, we need to elect leaders in those states who will side with our communities and against this regime, and we look forward to working with our partners in the states to make that happen. We also need to make sure that every registered voter here in DC is able to vote safely, that our election laws are respected and upheld, and that the results of our election are enforced. Because we have seen what this president does when he loses an election. The last time that happened, January 6th took place. We are already seeing this president try to do it again as they gerrymander, attempt to get voter data, impose restrictions on voting, dismantle elections protections, and so much more because they want to stay in power by any means necessary, even if it breaks the law. It's going to be up to all of us, not just here in DC, but across the country to make sure that elections stay free and fair. And if we don't get it, if we don't get it, if we don't get it, shut it down. The bad news is we have a challenge before us, but there are two pieces of good news. The first is that I would rather be in this fight with the people of DC than anyone else. And the second is that on the other side of this fight is more than just an end to attacks. What is on the other side of this fight is a future where we have the food, the power, the healthcare, the housing, the schools that we need, the safety that we need, and so much more. What is on the other side of this is a free DC. Free DC.
Free DC. Free DC. Free DC. Free DC. Free DC. Free DC. When I say free, you say DC. Free. 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 The children of the ones who didn't die, and we are the children of the people who could fly. And we are the children of the ones who persevered. We are fearless, we are strong, and we're ready to carry on. And we're ready to carry on. And we're ready to carry on. We are the children of the ones who didn't die. And we are the children of the people who can fly. And we are the children of the ones who persevered. We are fearless, we are strong, and we're ready to carry on. And we're what? And we're ready to carry on. One more time. And we're ready to carry on. And we are the children of the ones who did not die. And we are the children of the people who could fly. And we are the children of the ones who persevered. We are fearless, we are strong, and we're ready to carry on. And we're what? And we're ready to carry on. And we're what? And we're ready to carry on. And we're ready to carry on. When I say free, you say DC. Free. 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 Free.
Now, when I say free, y'all say DC. Free.
DC.
Free.
DC.
Free.
DC.
Free.
DC.
I love it, I love it, I love it, y'all. Make some noise for yourselves, y'all. No, 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 no. I said make some noise for yourselves, y'all. We out here, y'all. We out here ending this occupation. We got to make some noise for ourselves and the work that we doing. I said make some noise for yourselves. Good morning, everyone. My name is Ahmad. I'm an MC, lyricist, songwriter, recording artist, a native Washingtonian, and a representative of the Freedom Futures Collective. We are a creative arts incubator, and we stand in solidarity with our family, Harriet's Wildest Dreams, and the Free DC Project, y'all. You know, Nina Simone has a famous saying and a famous quote that the role of the artist is to reflect the times. So as an MC, as a lyricist and a songwriter and a native Washingtonian, I am honored to have been a part of a record and a song that has been a part of marches and chants this year alone within this 1 year, family. We made a record in the Freedom Futures Collective called Free DC, and I would like to share that here today with my people. Can I do that? Yeah. I said, can I do that? Yeah. Okay, but I need some help from my family and from my people. Can I get some help? Yeah. I said, can I get some help? Yeah. I just need y'all to say the words we've been saying the entire time that we've been here. It's Free DC, y'all. Free DC. But I'm going to say this. I hear my people chanting what they saying. 3 times. Free DC, Free DC, Free DC. I hear my people chanting what they saying. My people chanting. My people screaming. My people need it. Patrick, we ready. Let's get it, y'all.
They say my city left in shambles. Drummer way too hot to handle.
Here come the hook, y'all. I need y'all help. I hear my people chanting what they say.
Free DC, Free DC, Free DC.
My people chanting.
Free DC, Free DC, Free DC.
My people screaming.
Free DC, Free DC, Free DC.
My people need it.
Free DC, Free DC, Free DC. Yeah.
Despite what you think about black males, I ain't got no record. I ain't never been in jail, but it's free my city. But this is 202 race, natural concern. If I feel safe, tired of the beat, more at stake. Bigger fish to fry on our plate. What I'm trying to say, hating each other with a National Guard, ready to slaughter. What hood you from? They don't care about that. Whether you from Southeast or Southwest, can't you see that we have a bigger op? They gon' do more than just spin your block. They gon' wipe us out one by one. It'll be more. Just do a gun. Free DC, also free us. Send black males, put in the cuffs. Land the free, land the trunk. Telling me, bunch of us, be blunt like I smoked the buff. Like Kendrick said, don't trouble jump. Thinking he go run out city. Causing chaos and frenzy. Folks ain't worth a penny. Not trying to speak so clearly. I know it's getting so crazy. He trying to make a tyranny. Land, we gon' liberty. Why we gotta free DC? We gon' take it to the street.
My city left in shambles.
Come on, y'all, I need y'all help.
To handle.
Ha, ha, nation's capital. I hear my people chanting what they say.
Free DC, Free DC, Free DC.
My people chanting.
Free DC, Free DC, Free DC.
My people screaming.
Free DC, Free DC, Free DC.
My people need it.
Free DC, Free DC, Free DC.
Okay.
District of Columbia.
Tired and we've had enough.
Division always targets us.
But unity will bring us up.
We don't need no National Guard.
And we do not need no trunk.
It's DC and we going hard.
Crime is high, that's just a bluff together. Let's start clicking up, cause
we the people will unite.
Hand to hand to understand.
In the struggle, in the fight.
Ain't no taking our land.
Bringing peace, bring it home.
Together, let's do all we can, cause DC, this is our throne. Hey, chant it, 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 chant it. Do y'all chant it, chant it,
Free DC,
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 chant it.
Free DC.
Let the voices of the people all unite. Together we are in this fight just to make it right. My city left in shambles. Drum boys who have to handle. Nation's capital. I hear my people chanting what they say. My people chanting. My people screaming. My people need it.
Let's give it up.
Exactly. Thank y'all, family. I love it. Thank y'all.
Let's give it up one more time for Ahmad and Freedom Future Collective. So today's about celebration. It's about joy. One of the things that Free DC is committed to among taking up space, shout outs to us for taking up space, right? Standing on what will always be known as Black Lives Matter Plaza, take up space, but we prioritize joy.
That's right.
Today, a year marking the occupation of DC, we are reminded by all that we have overcome. We're reminded of the courageous actions that we have taken. And we think about our organizing as faith work, right? We are working towards a world that we have yet to see. But we know, with every bone in our body, we know and we trust that we will see it. We will see true safety. We will see how people power has shifted every single aspect of this city and of this country. We will see our people being taken care of. We will see our young people loved and supported. We will see housing for our neighbors. We will see a free DC. And so there's this chant in movement spaces that we do that remind us of this transformative work that we are doing.
That's right. That's
The miracle work that we are doing.
That's right.
And I'm gonna have Sion, lead organizer of Black Swan Academy, come up and lead us in this chant.
All right, how y'all doing? This is a
All the energy in the world.
Give it to me.
all right. So
From your belly.
repeat after V. Y'all ready? Yeah. We're gonna do it 3 times. Okay. The last time we gotta be as loud as we can. All right.
Okay.
All right. So power.
Power.
Transformation.
Transformation.
And miracles.
And miracles.
I want it.
I want it.
I need it.
I need it.
I gots to have it.
I got to have it.
Right now.
Right now.
Right now.
Right now.
Right now.
Right now.
All right, y'all ready? Power.
Power.
Transformation.
Transformation.
And miracles.
And miracles.
I want it.
I want it.
I need it.
I need it.
I gots to have it.
I got to have it.
Right now.
Right now.
Right now.
Right now.
All right, I need y'all as loud as y'all can. Last one, y'all ready?
Let's get it.
All right. Power. Transformation.
Transformation.
And miracles.
And miracles.
I want it.
I want it.
I need it.
I need it.
I gots to have it.
I got to have it.
Right now.
Right now.
Right now.
Right now.
Right now.
Right now.
Woo.
Yeah. So as we close today, we are recommitting ourselves. We are recommitting ourselves to taking up space, to prioritizing joy, to using our power as voters, to ensure that those who align themselves with the regime do not get voted back into office. They do not win their races. We are using our power as consumers, as workers, to ensure that anyone who prioritizes profit over people loses. We are using our power as community members to ensure that we are tapping into our own skills, our own resources, to make sure each and everyone are safe, because who keeps us safe?
We keep us safe.
Who keeps us safe?
We keep us safe.
And when we do all this, we believe that we will win. Repeat after me. I believe.
I believe.
I believe that.
I believe that.
I believe that we.
I believe that we.
I believe that we will.
I believe that we will.
I believe that we will win. 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 I believe that we will win.
I believe that we will win. I believe that we will win.
Thanks, y'all. Free DC. Free DC. Free DC.